Hello. Hey, it is me. Yes, you haven't seen me in a while, have you? But yes, it is me, Obvious Duke. Did you guys see my new filter? Yes, I decided to get a little creative and decided to add a 90s filter to my intro, to my loading screen, as well as my my ending screen. You guys are about to see in a moment. This is a new feature. Well, it's not really a new feature. It's like an add-in, so it's not really a new feature. It's more of a customizable add-in. But yeah, here we are. Yeah, here we are. So yes, that's a new customizable add-in I'm gonna use from now on because I decided to get a little bit more into character of me being a beach boy. That's my whole thing over here. This is of course my whole thing. Is that my whole thing is that I'm a beach boy, and usually beach boys aren't really that common nowadays, so I decided to embrace the whole thing by adding a more 90s feel to it. Although I wonder, should I add a 90s filter here? Probably not. That would probably ruin you guys' experience, but I want to try. So here's the VHS effects that I've used. So if I were to turn this on, oh god, okay, let's grade that down. Let's grade that down a little bit, and let's grade that down a little bit, and crank it up to here. As you see, it's not exactly that good if I use it on a day-to-day basis. You guys are gonna get a lot of headaches. I mean, technically it is VHS, and to be honest, this does fit my whole aesthetic, but I don't want to ruin you guys. I mean, technically this isn't that bad. It is a little bit blurry on the sides, but this VHS effect is not exactly easy on the eyes, shall we say. So I think I'm not gonna use that for like every single scene I have, because I don't want to disturb you guys, because in the end of the day we want to make sure we get quality stuff. So I'll be using that in my intro and outro only so far. I'll probably add the filter if I play a retro game, so I might add that filter for the sake of it, but for now I should probably not use the 90s filter that often. And honestly, I mean, I could make like a 90s thing. I'm getting creative ideas here. So many things I could do with this. But of course, I don't want to, overwhelm you guys with all these filters and effects, because that's really a problem that I see with in the industry, the creative industry. Sometimes we go a little overboard. And that's really not what I want to do. I don't want to go overboard. You know the saying, less is more? Yeah, that's technically what I'm going for here. I'm going for a less is more approach to this whole fiasco. To this whole thing, I'm gonna go for a less is more approach. Like, I don't really need to overwhelm you guys with everything. Even this overlay right here. Overlay right here is it's not, well, it's a bit much, not gonna lie. I did have, like, if I go to my scene layout and all the stuff that's here, oh boy, that's a lot. But yeah, I'm trying to go for the less is more approach. But I do sometimes go a bit more. Like, for example, look at all this stuff that I've got right here in front of my table. Look at that. We got 2 mojitos, a coconut drink, and fried seafood. Here. So, and of course, fried seafood over here. So, yeah. Oh, dang. Okay, mic filter, I need you to stay still for a bit now. Sorry that I abuse you. Pet. There we go. Mike-kun, please, be gentle to Mike-kun. Anyway, where was I? What was I saying? Oh, yeah. So yeah, I'm going for a less is more approach. Like, I don't want to overwhelm you guys with all these fancy filters, fancy stuff. Just, a less is more approach. And to be honest, the less is more approach is honestly good. Like, people always say that, oh, you gotta go beyond, you gotta be ultra creative, but you don't really need to. Like, sometimes, less is more. People sometimes don't want to be overwhelmed with all this fancy stuff. Sometimes they just want to focus on the main subject of reference here. Also, ignore the VTube Studio logo just flying about in the corner there. I just realized that. I'm gonna have to make some cuts here. I'm gonna have to make some cuts to make sure I try to get the thing out of the way. So yes, Yeah, I like to go with the less is more. I mean, technically this overlay is already filled with a bunch of stuff. We got new subscribers, recent super chats, even though I'm not eligible for super chats yet. But I just put that there just because. We have a surfboard detailing my socials. Follow, by the way. And then we have the chat box, the chat box. Now, most people always opt to go for transparent chat boxes, but honestly, the reason being is because I tried using a transparent chat box with this exact background. It just blends in. So I decided to make it a yellow chat box because make you guys more visible, so I can respond to each and every one of you super chats. Because I want to. I don't want any of you guys to feel left out or anything. But then again, I could just view using my phone. But to be honest, since this is a free talk stream, we're not going to be doing much gameplay. Like, the only reason I use my phone is because I can't see the chat. Because obviously I have a game open, so I can't just alt tab every time I need to check out, oh, what's happening here, what's happening. I mean, I guess I could just pop off the YouTube chat. I just literally just learned that a few hours ago that I could do that. But to be honest, that's just blocking a portion of my screen. So sometimes I can't see what is going on. But yeah. But yeah, that's really about it. That's what interpretation of VTubers. If any of you don't want to follow this advice, just remember, you don't need to be overly creative. Like, yes, you want fancy stuff every time, but sometimes you gotta slow down and think, maybe less is more. Like, this is basic. This is literally all me. Like, seriously, I did not make any of this, except maybe the boxes. The boxes and stuff I've made in Stream Elements, but the background is most obviously from a Google image. It's taken from Google Images. The table is from Google Images. The coconut, the mojitos, the fried fish here right in front of me. Yeah, that's all from Google Images. Everything is from Google Images. I cannot draw anything, and I definitely don't have the money to commission like custom backgrounds. But I think once I get the money, I will try to finally get custom backgrounds, because honestly I could really use some. Because here's the thing, Google Images has some pretty cool images I could use as backgrounds, but to be honest, they're just Google Images. But that's what you get. But sometimes you gotta make do with what you can. That is really the thing with VTubers. Is that that's really the thing about VTubing, in my opinion, that they just encourage creativity is what I'm saying. You can get creative with everything. Like, sometimes you may not have enough money to commission a custom background. Why not just make it yourself by just snapping some images from Google Images, then try to put together a very nice scenic background. I mean, look at this background right here. This is pretty scenic for a nighttime on the beach setting right here. Like, the moon, you got the moon right there. You got the moon right there, far off in the distance, the ocean sea. I should probably add some more ambience. Yeah, I definitely should add more ambience. Like, not overly too much ambience. I mean, this music is pretty ambient enough. Although it could be too loud. Hang on. It could be too loud, or maybe not. I don't know. I don't think this guess is too loud. You guys be the judge of that. But yeah. This little ambient music, so maybe I should add in some like waves, flowing water. That's honestly gonna be really cool. Right, so that's an idea. So I need to remind myself to do that. Get more of these creative ideas flowing in my head. But remember, sometimes you gotta take a moment to stop and make sure not to go overboard on the creativity, because again, you don't want to overwhelm your viewers. This is a very important thing. Unless you're going for like the overly thing. As a beginner VTuber, I suggest just going with the less is more approach. You obviously can't commission everything. Like, the only thing I commission out of my entirety of my VTuber scene right here so far is the model. That's the only thing I've commissioned so far. Everything else, handmade. Well, not handmade, but rather scrapped together is what I'm saying. Everything else is scrapped together. The backgrounds, Google Images, make some of these basic basic box shapes in Stream Elements, add some text, boom. Add some text, boom. Background. Add some table, add some PNGs such as a table, coconut, seafood, smoothie, mojitos, boom. You get yourself a nice little dinner date with me. Haha. Nice little dinner date with me. And even the rigging, I mentioned this before. The rigging is actually done by myself because I cannot afford a rigger because they're expensive, but for a good reason. They're expensive because honestly, once I've experienced rigging for myself, I can understand how complicated how complicated rigging can be, and which is why they set their prices really high. Which, to be honest, kudos to them, really. Which, of course, kudos to them. So, yeah. That's really it. That's really it. So yeah, I decided to, you know what? I'm going to take matters into my own hands and decided to just, make this rigging. Which, honestly, it isn't bad. If you think about it, it isn't really that bad. You kind of see a few of, like, the mistakes, the common mistakes a rookie makes for, like, his first time. But honestly, this is not too bad. Again, sometimes it's noticeable because obviously, again, I literally had to learn how to rig on the job. And to be honest, I don't mind the results. I love this. The eyes work perfectly. The mouth moves whenever I talk. I can move up and down. I can move diagonally side to side. So it's not really that bad of a job, not gonna lie. Again, the head turning could use a little bit of improvement, not gonna lie. But hey, hey. But it is now a thing. I mean, I guess I could just go the PNGtuber route, but I'm not saying that PNGtubers are bad, but I mean, the problem is that sometimes you're just looking at a still image is not exactly, that charming. It doesn't really have the charm. I mean, if you can make it like if you do like a Discord like thing, the Fuji, not Discord, they got rid of that. So you can use the Fuji thing, the Fuji PNG, where it like reacts every time you talk. It can be quite fascinating. But to me personally, this is completely personal. I'm not saying that this is the standard, but personally, I like it when I see myself just move as I talk, move as I talk, move as I move. It adds the charm. But again, this is my personal taste. So really, if you want to be a PNGtuber, yeah, go ahead, be my guest. You do what you do. I mean, as Markiplier said, you do you, I do me, and we won't do each other. Probably. Oh, speaking of Markiplier, I got the news where in the middle of my holiday, which I'll get to in a moment. I know I said I want to do a holiday recap, and I'm just rambling on about my personal stuff, but honestly, when I saw that trailer for Iron Lung, I was like taken aback, like, holy shit. Like, he did mention he's like making a movie or filming a movie like a couple weeks ago. Not a couple weeks ago, it was like an entire month that Markiplier has like basically not been making videos on YouTube. And he says that, yeah, he's filming something. And then there's like, people found images of him on TED Talk, which I haven't found the episode yet. So maybe later, but yeah. Markiplier was in TED Talk too, when he straightened his hair, and we got that iconic, like, selfie fake he took on Twitter. But yeah, he was basically gone for almost an entire month with no word from his everything. Like, from his Twitter, it's gone silent, aside from a couple of photos. And then his YouTube is practically like, there's no activity for like straight a month. Even though he did say that he requests like game suggestions, but he didn't even play it. Well, he is playing it now, but yeah. But then he dropped the teaser trailer for a Iron Lung movie. Like, straight out of nowhere. He just goes, oh yeah, here's the movie I've been working on, and wow. And I was surprised. Like, I'm pretty sure everybody just collectively, any fans of Markiplier was like mind blown that he is making an Iron Lung movie. Like, an Iron Lung, if you don't know what Iron Lung is, it is a short indie horror game that is short. It's an indie game that is incredibly short, but the atmosphere and the environment just makes it so effective, and everybody really likes how effective the horror of Iron Lung is, to the point where Mark literally has the idea to make a movie out of it, which I heard it's actually getting a theatrical release. Like, this isn't like a YouTube original movie. He's literally releasing this in theaters, so I'm not sure if this is gonna go international or is it gonna be US only. Please, Mark, please, the almighty Markiplier, make it an international release. Like, I swear, if that movie like drops in my theater, I'm dropping everything and just watching it. Well, maybe not day one, but when I have free time, I'm just gonna drop everything and just go watch Iron Lung. Cause come on, I mean, he's directing it, by the way. Like, you may think he's just starring. No, he's directing. He's directing. He's also starring. I'm guessing he's gonna play the protagonist, and he also funded it. Like, he also funded it. He is funding the whole project by himself. It's self-funded, so he's not backed up by a studio. He's backed up by himself, which does mean he gets creative freedom. He gets some form of creative freedom, and also the developer of the game is actually on set with him, helping him like film stuff and helping with the screenplay too. So he's working with the developer. So it's not like he's making an adaptation. He's just gonna pay the developer to use his IP. No, he's on set with Mark. So I can tell that this is probably gonna be a very faithful adaptation because the original developer is there with him, and because Mark is very creative. Like, if you've seen his like choose your own adventure series, you know, Heist with Markiplier and in Space with Markiplier, you know that he is good at what he does. He can direct real well. He can write and direct really good. So yeah, I'm excited. Once Iron Lung drops, I don't know when it drops, since all we get is a teaser. For all we know, it could be dropped next year. I'm just gonna drop everything. If I have free time, I'm dropping everything and just go everything, and I'm gonna go watch it. Anyway, so that's my thing about Markiplier. Like, honestly, a lot of big stuff been happening this week, and even today there's some like pretty big stuff going on that is pretty hard to digest. I mean, it's in my holiday season too, which I had a holiday, which I should get to. I mean, this is a holiday recap, not Alveus Duke rambling on about random stuff for like 30 minutes or something. No, this is meant to be a holiday recap, which I will get to after I get a drink, because my god, I forgot. Oh yeah, so yeah, I'm still kind of tired since I just got back yesterday. So sometimes I still am a little bit on the kind of tired side, so yeah. So, forgive me, as I sometimes need to take a breather every once in a while. Whew, man. That's some stuff, I tell you. Hang on, I'll be back. I'll be grabbing a drink. Hang on. Whew, I forgot how tiring sleeping can be. Whew, man. Should probably bring a water bottle in. Hey, alright, I'm back. Whew, man, I forgot just how tiring, like, streaming is. It's been a while since I've been on holiday. We've been going around everywhere. So yeah, I do get a little bit tired because, well, you know, I've been everywhere. I mean, I literally just got back yesterday. So yeah, forgive me if I am a little bit tired of like stuff here. So yeah. Whew. Oh, right, let me breathe, man. Good thing I'm not playing any games, cause god dang, looks like I'm not back to 100% energized self yet. So we're gonna need to hold that thought for a bit. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah. So my holiday. Let's get started. So, when did I exactly get back? Well, if you know, there's a reason why I stream only on weekends. It's because that's the free time I get, and because my PC is at my parents' place, and I live separately from my parents for college, and I come back here every week. So every weekend, I come back here every weekend. So that's why right now I only stream on the weekends. But because it is recently just Ramadan, literally 2 weeks ago. Actually, no, it is actually a week ago. Wait, is it a week ago? Oh yeah, it is a week ago. So yeah, a week ago, that was the end of Ramadan. But yeah, but 2 weeks ago, when it's Ramadan, there's like a few classes that aren't there. That is not offline, so I don't have to go to the actual campus to do it. So that means I could do it at home. So yeah, 2 weeks ago, I decided to go home here because all my classes were online because it was nearing the end of Ramadan when everybody's going to celebrate with their family. So I decided to make everything online so I could get back here with my parents. So that was 2 weeks ago. So 2 weeks I'm here, here. So yeah, and then last week was of course the end of Ramadan. So day 1 was Friday. Yeah, Friday. Friday was day 1. It was the last day of Ramadan. It was the last day of Ramadan, so I went to my grandma's house. There's really nothing happened much. We just go to my grandma's and then we just sit around, just chat. Really, again, nothing a whole lot going on. We just, sit by, chat, wait for break time, time to break the fast. And then, yeah, that's it. We just go back to sleep. Now, the next day, however, things get real hectic. So we wake up at around 3 a.m., 4 a.m. Yeah, around 3 to 4 a.m. Right? We wake up at around 3 to 4 a.m. We had to shower at 3 a.m., which is kind of cold. And then we also had to move to a different location to do what we call a Salat Eid. What we call Salat Eid. But it's basically the Eid prayer that you do on the day of, Eid Mubarak. Yeah, that you do on Eid Mubarak, which is on Saturday. And that's exactly what we did. Do I have pictures actually? Do I have pictures of like the second day? No, I do not have any pictures on the second day. On the second day of my holiday, but it was the first day of Eid Mubarak. So we went over there. Right. So we went over here to my grandma's, and then we went to my aunt's house where we do the Salat Eid, right? And it was still like 4:30 a.m. It was like smack dab in the morning. So yeah, we were kind of sleepy and everything. Not gonna lie. So yeah, that's really, we do Eid, and then we go back to my grandma's house to like prepare for everything, prepare the food because there's a lot of guests coming, and there were a lot of guests coming. Like every single relative from like my mom's side literally came into my grandma's house. But what's amazing is that it was ridiculously hot. Like I tell you, it was ridiculously hot. Like these past few days, if you don't know, Indonesia, and basically I think everywhere has just been getting hotter, and it's just been getting hotter, and it's definitely it's just been getting hotter, and it was ridiculously hot, like near unbearably hot, and near unbearably hot. So yeah, everyone was like sweating. I was sweating like real heavily. And I also had to like take care of guests, entertain them, say hi to them and everything. But luckily we did have ice cream. I'll show you. Hang on, let me see where the ice. We did have ice cream. So, we did have ice cream. Hang on, that's not it. That's not the button to ice cream. We did have ice cream. So here we go. We did have ice cream. No. There we go. Oh my God! What the hell? Why is that so big? But yeah, we have ice cream. If I could just get it to fit in this bloody thing. So yeah. So essentially, my aunt got a huge tub of ice cream, like a huge tub of ice cream. And then, yeah, there you go. There's the ice cream, and there's my hands. So if you want to know what my hands look like, there you go. Look at them. But yeah, so we got ice cream. Yay, ice cream. We got ice cream on the second day, because, my God, it is really hot in there. Like, I can still feel it. Like, technically, my house isn't really any better, but isn't really any better, but yeah, I could still, I literally get PTSD on how hot that day was. Like, combined with hotness and then a lot of people in in one room. Like, the living room was packed. The living room was like really packed. All these people, hot as heck. Like, hot as heck. With the only methods of cooling is like the air conditioner, which wasn't powerful enough. Like, I could feel the wind, but that's about it. I feel like the wind, but that's about it. Like, that is about it. Like, you can barely feel it is what I'm trying to say, and you can barely feel it is what I'm trying to say. There is ice cream. It's like my aunt brought like a huge tub of ice cream, so there is ice cream, thankfully, but man, it was hot. I could feel it like right now. I could literally feel like what I felt back then. It was like, oh, it was the definition of basically heat is what it is. It is the definition of just pure, unadulterated heat. Ugh. Unadulterated heat, and yeah, and then talking about it, I literally I started to feel it again. It's like really, really hot. Oh. And looking at this ice cream image actually makes me want ice cream. We do have ice cream, but I think eating it on stream is not exactly appropriate. Eating it on stream is most definitely not appropriate, so... Because, well, I'm gonna get ice cream all over my keyboards, all over my mouse, all over my setup. I don't want ice cream all over my setup. But yeah, that's really it, really. That's really it, really, you know? It was really hot, we got ice cream, thankfully we got ice cream. We basically just, you know, greeted the guests, we conversed with the guests and everything. And then, yeah, that's it. Once the guests were gone, which took a bloody while, by the way, it was until like 6 p.m. till everyone's gone, we finally got rest, and I took a nap, and then I showered, finally. Like, after sweating the whole day, I finally got to shower. Really got to shower, and it was refreshing, let me tell you. It was hella refreshing. And then, of course, it was at night, so we went back to sleep. And then we went back to sleep. And then the next day, we had to wake up early again. We had to wake up at 4:30 a.m. because we got to get to the train station to go to my next stop in my trip. So if I stop in my trip. So right. So if I pull up next stop in my trip, which is to the station, and we did go to the station. So our train was like 7. No, that's not it. So our train was like in the. So yeah, well, our train, we arrived at the station on time. We got on the train and spent 6 hours in the train. It was a pretty pleasant ride. It's mostly me just sleeping though. It's mostly just me sleeping. We got some nice views though. Like I didn't take a picture of the view. The problem is because I was not in the window seat. I was in the aisle seat. Man, I think I gotta take a swig of another drink, cause man, I forgot just how taxing it is on the throat if you do a Freetalk stream, cause, well, I don't usually talk this much. I forgot, and because I'm still relatively tired from my whole trip, so maybe I shouldn't have streamed, maybe I should have given another break. But, yeah, here we are. There's no turning back now, here we are. There's not really turning back now, so here we are. It's the way of the world, I guess. Well, it's the way of the streamer, not the world. Sometimes you just gotta stream when you can. And that's when you, sometimes you gotta stream for, you know, when you can. Sorry, I'm just looking through Twitter. Oh, wow. Okay, sorry, I'm just looking through, like, Twitter. No, I'm not looking through. I'm looking through YouTube, and apparently there's a video where K-san is actually in Yakuza. K-san is actually in Yakuza series. Did a dream come true? I guess I'll walk that later. I guess I'll see that later. But anyway, what was I up to? Oh yeah, 3rd day of my vacation. It was day 3. And it was, again, just as hot as day 2, like, unbelievably. So we got onto the station. I got on the train. As I said, I was in the aisle seat, not the window seat, so I couldn't get pictures of the scenery when I was on the train, because the way that my seating is positioned is that on one side of the aisle, there's like every side has like a row of 2 seats, right? So on the other side is my parents. My parents have the 2 seats right next to me, like on the other side of the aisle, the middle part of the train, and then I was here in the aisle seat, but next to me was a total stranger. Now I could have just said like, excuse me, I want to take a picture, but I wasn't really feeling that comfortable. I wasn't really comfortable doing that since technically I really don't need it. It's not really an emergency thing, so yeah. Really an emergency thing, so I decided to go against that. So I decided not to take any pictures on the way there. But then we arrived. Like, it takes 6 hours from my place to this, to my relative's place. It's very far away. It's 6 hours on the train. It's 6 hours on the train, so yeah. So we got on the train, and then we go to, and then someone's like, one of my, someone that is related to my relative, I mean, cousins, essentially one of my dad's like distant cousins went to distant cousins went to my distant cousins went to what is it? Pick us up to take us to one of my relatives' house, and let me tell you, the journey there is like, wow, it is jam-packed with cars, like jam-packed. It takes us a lot longer than usual. I'm gonna show you. I actually have a picture of the thing. If I were to put this here, this is gonna be big again. So let me just make this a little smaller. Make this a little smaller right here. So yeah, there it is. I don't know why. Every time I upload like a vertical photo over to like Polypop, the streaming software I'm using right now, it just ends up being inverted. So you're gonna have to twist your heads a little just to get a clear view on what this is. Is there a way to rotate this? I really gotta know. Is there a way to rotate this? Cause this is just, yeah, I cannot rotate this no matter what I do. It looks like I cannot rotate this. So yeah, that is literally what we see every time. Like, we go there, we are stuck in gridlock so many times throughout this entire trip. Like, it usually takes us like an hour from the station to where the place we need to be. Like, 30 minutes to an hour. It took us almost 1.5 hours to get past this traffic. This traffic is like hella bad. This traffic is hella bad. Like, I slept like twice at least. I fell asleep in the car like twice, and we still haven't made it. Okay, gonna need to be a little bit quieter here. My dad is having a phone call right outside, so we're gonna have to talk a little quieter here to, give my dad some needed quietness in his phone calls. But yeah, the traffic was hella bad. It was hella bad, let me tell you. It was hella bad. Like, I fell asleep twice on this entire car ride from the station to the place we need to go, and we still haven't made it. Like, 1.5 hours later, we made it. Like, finally, we made it. And wait. Like, finally, we made it, right? We made it. Finally, right? We made it, and we made it. And yeah, and the place was already crowded. Like, everybody was there. Everybody from my dad's family was there, so everybody from my dad's family was there, and but the place was relatively small, so it was rather stuffy. Luckily, we didn't stick around long. We just go in, converse a little with the family, and then we get out, took some pictures, which of course I can't show because that's private right there. because that's private right there. We took some pictures, and then we just head back to the place we're staying, which is another relative's house. And yeah, it was, and let me tell you, it's hot. Like, you guys, yeah, I keep saying it's hot. It really is hot. Like, it's indescribably hot. Like, no matter how many times I try to illustrate just how hot it isn't the same as feeling it for yourself. It is that hot. I do not know what is going on with the climate, which, well, technically there is. It's called climate change. Yeah, and you know, global warming and stuff. And let me tell you, it is incredibly hot. It is just hot. Like, I keep saying it's hot, but it really is hot. Like, indescribably. Like, you have to go there and feel it for yourself. But if you don't live in like a tropical country, you may not know how it feels like. Like, if anybody living in subtropical countries think that summer over there is hot, you have not felt tropical heat, my friend. Tropical heat is like, subtropical summers is nothing compared to tropical heat. Tropical heat will bake you. If you're not careful, tropical heat can bake you. Like, seriously, bake you alive if you're not careful. Like, here, I'm using air conditioning in my room right now. There's air conditioning, but it's still, sometimes you can still feel the heat. Like, okay, maybe it's because I'm streaming at the same time, so therefore I'm exerting more energy, thus creating more body heat. So that's probably why. But yeah, I was stuck in this traffic for 1.5 hours in tropical heat, which is not pretty. But yeah, we made it to my other relative's house where we just, you know, relax. Finally, we get to relax. And I know, of course, I hung out with the boys as in my very close relatives that are of the same age. Those are the boys. I hung out with the boys, played some cards. I hang out with the boys, played some cards, and there it is. Played some cards, and there it is. Oh, sorry, my head got a bit itchy there. But yeah, played some cards, and then we just relaxed, really. After that, there's really nothing that happened. We did eat out. We eat at a bakso, what we call a bakso. It's like a meatball thing. I didn't get any pictures because the place was crowded, so I couldn't, to be honest. Like, I tried, but I couldn't. But I couldn't, so yeah. Oh man. Streaming, I do not remember streaming making me this thirsty before, but I guess it's been a while. After my long holiday that I have not felt like this before. So yeah, there you go. Anyway, where else we are talking about right here? So yeah, that was the end of day 3, which is not as eventful. But now we move on to day 4. So if I just get rid of this image right here. So day 4, we didn't have to wake up early this time. We did not have to wake up early this time for day 4, thankfully. Like, we went out and I have a picture for this. So we went out and grabbed breakfast. And for breakfast, we had this. I'll show you guys. We have this. Seriously. Hang on, gotta resize the image again. Gotta resize the image. Why did he always show up so big? Anyway. And right there, this is what we call a soto. It's like a soup. You get like broth, you put your rice in the broth, and then you get these like pieces of chicken. And you add some vegetables like mung beans and stuff. Yeah, that's soto. It's not really that easy to explain. But this is soto. You may notice there's barely anything left. It's because I ate it all before I took the picture. Sorry, the soto here was actually really good. Like, if you ever visit Indonesia, I recommend trying soto. Soto is very good. Soto is, of course, very good. So yeah, before I took the picture, well, technically I forgot to take the picture before eating it. Because, well, technically I'm not really a foodie, so I don't really take pictures of anything before I eat it. I just straight up eat it. So yeah, I took the picture after I eat most of it. But trust me, it's very good. Like, you have to try it. If you ever visit Indonesia, try soto. Soto is very good. Soto is very good. So yeah, soto is very good. You should try it. So yeah, we went to this soto place. It's really good. It's considered one of the best. Well, at least I've ever had. It's one of the best I've ever had. It's one of the best I've ever had, honestly. And it's one of the best I've ever had, really. And yeah, that's it. After that, we pack up. We meet up with the rest of the family. We then go to my village. Like an actual village. Yes, I go to my ancestral village. I go to my ancestral village, which is an actual village, which I also don't have a picture of. Oh wait, no, we do have a picture. Oh yeah, there was a picture of day 3. I forgot to show you guys. So this is the well, oh man, I forgot I took pictures of day 3. Dang it, I'll show him later. So. It's very hard to keep track of how many pictures you have on certain days, and you forgot just when you took them exactly. So this is the, so I'm gonna show you. This is this isn't my village. This is like an area in the village that I took the picture of, because it looks pretty cool. It's not the best angle, of course, because, well, I was in a car when I took this, so not really the best angle. But there you go. This is an area in my village where it's like the rice fields and everything. And this is the best picture I get, because we were driving at this time. So I couldn't get like the beautiful spots because, well, we were driving. But yeah, this is an area outside my village right here. Well, not outside. Well, technically it is outside. Like a little on the outside areas is what I'm saying. So yeah, it's like the rice fields. You see rice fields everywhere in my village. Well, technically you see rice fields everywhere in Indonesia, but yeah, rice fields. But yeah, rice fields. Yeah, went to my ancestral village, see my very distant relatives and cousins over there. Yeah, we had a good time. The only good time we don't like is the mosquitoes. There's a lot of mosquitoes over there. Like, mosquitoes are already bad enough in urban areas. In village areas, they swarm you, like, for real. Like, my cousin, like, one of my relatives, my close relatives, literally had, like, at least 10 mosquitoes in one arm. Like, one arm, there's, like, 10 mosquitoes simultaneously biting him. And I swat them away, but, man, that's a lot of mosquitoes. There's a lot of mosquitoes. And again, similar to day 3, day 2, and day 1, it is really hot. Especially in the village. In a rural village, it's hot since they don't have air conditioning over there, so yeah, it was real hot over there. Oh, man. Now the AC is getting too cold. Now the AC is getting too cold. I'm getting the sniffles. Dang you, body. Stop failing on me. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yes, we go to my village. We also pay our respects to our relatives that has passed away. There's relatives that has passed away. We paid our respects. We, visited the cemetery, paid our respects, and then we went to my other relative's place, where we relaxed for a bit. And then we went out. And we went out to get nasi goreng, which is fried rice, if you don't know. We went out to get nasi goreng for dinner. I forgot to take a picture. Because again, I'm not a foodie. I'm not the type of guy that takes a picture of food before I eat it. I just straight up eat it. So, yeah, that's what I did. I straight up eat it. I forgot to take a picture. And it was really good looking too. And that's probably why I just ate it. It was too good to resist. Oh, man. It was way too good to resist. I could not resist that. Way too good to resist that. It was way too good to resist, so I just straight up eat it. Because that's what I do to my stuff. That is what I do to my food. I just straight up eat it. I don't take pictures of it. I just straight up eat it. And then we of course we went back. We relaxed, and then we sleep. So that's the end of day 4. 4. Dang it, I'm losing track of days. So now we go to day 5. So day 5 is pretty more adventurous. Again, we didn't wake up too early this time. We wake up around 6. We had to go to a place though. We had to go to a place to get breakfast. It was a breakfast. We ate food called a guduk. So what guduk is like traditional food in the area we were in Solo to be precise. In Solo or Surakarta, you may have heard of that. It's a traditional food over there. I didn't really like it. Not really a big fan of guduk. Not gonna lie. I'm not really a big fan of guduk. So yeah, we went there, and then we went out around the city, and we went to a famous recently built mosque. So I'm just gonna pull out some pictures here. So I'm just gonna pull out some pictures of the mosque. You have to see it. It's very beautiful. It's very, very beautiful. Very, very beautiful. It's very beautiful. Very, very beautiful. So I'm just gonna put you all in. Oh, hang on. Oh, hang on. Again, comically large picture. Why do they always make it comically large when I put it in the scene? Like, look at this. Right, so I took multiple pictures of this mosque, so I'm gonna put that there. Grab the next one. Grab the next one. Again, comically large, so I'm just gonna, shrink that to appropriate size. So I'm just gonna, shrink that to appropriate size. There we go. There we go. So there we go. As you can see, it's very beautiful looking. Another one that is... Actually, I'll just get rid of this one. I'll get rid of this one. I have a better one, actually. I have a better picture of that one. Right here. And gotta, resize this to make sure it fits and doesn't cover my face. But here we are. So look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Wait, no, this is much better. Dang it. Did I really just take pictures of like the exact same angle? Right, anyway, where were we? Oh yeah, here we go. Here we go. For real this time. I'm gonna show you guys for real this time. So this is the mosque. It's, whoa, look at that. As you can see, that is beautiful right there. Oh, don't mind the random people in the photo. It's very hard to get like a photo that is devoid of people without getting like a proper angle. So yeah, ignore the random people there. But yeah, we visited this mosque. It's recently built, but it's very big and it's very beautiful. As you can see, look at that. Look at these photos. This is not the best angle, but this is the best I could do in the interior. I was in the interior of the mosque here. I was like in the inner courtyard. Like you go through these like archways. There's like a courtyard in the center. So this is like the courtyard in the center. This is the best this is the best picture I could get of like the top as well. But this is what it looks like from the outside. This is what it looks from the outside. As you can see, it's very, very beautiful. Went to this beautiful mosque, spent some time there. It was hot. It was hot as usual. As usual, it was very hot. So yeah, we took some pictures. We got some nice photos here and there. Got some nice photos of this like very beautiful mosque that was recently built. And then we head back. We relax for a bit. And then, yeah, as you can see, look at the mosque. This is just beautiful. This honestly is one of the best pictures I've ever took throughout the entire trip. But I forgot to show you guys some pictures from day 3, which I will show later, like shortly later. But this is like the mosque that I went to. It's very beautiful. You guys have to see for yourselves. It's beautiful. It is a bit crowded though because the mosque is very big, recently built, and it was recently built, and of course it was recently built, so of course it's very big, very beautiful, so of course it was like a tourist attraction, really. Okay, hang on, I gotta grab a drink. My voice is running out, so I'm gonna go grab a drink. Be right back. Okay. We're back. Whew. Man, because just how taxing like Freetalk streams are compared to gaming streams for some reason. Why do I operate more if I have something to do? But purely talking just tires me out considerably. Maybe because I'm not much of a talker. You know, being kind of introverted in real life, I don't really talk much. Anyway, I don't really talk much. I don't really talk much when I normally, so this is the best. This is literally the most I've ever spoken in one singular moment. Anyway. So, anyway, well, let me actually check my... Hello? Right. Sorry. I had to check audio levels by myself because I thought it's gonna sound bad, but it doesn't sound bad actually. It's very, very clear, very crystal. I like that. Anyway, what I was saying. Oh yeah, after this we went back, we relaxed a little bit. Oh, excuse me there. Excuse me. You know. I just had water, and water makes me... Okay. And, you know, water sometimes makes me burp. Don't know how that works, but hey, that just works. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, so after this, we went back, we relaxed, we packed, and then we went back to my other relative's house. The first one, the one where we stayed at for day 4. And I'm gonna show you. This relative's house, the one we're going to right now, has a very good view. Like he is right next to a paddy field, and let me tell you, these are beautiful to look at. And tell me, you guys seen this? You guys have not seen any beautiful photos till you look at this. I said till you look at this. Again, comically large. Why? Again, comically large intro to a scene. Why? But yeah, here it is. Here it is. Here's 1. Here's 2. Hang on. Again. Why? Why does it have to cover everything when I just placed it in here? Every time. Anyway, here's the second picture. As you can see, look at this scenery. Like, look at this scenery right here. Like, look at... No. I mean, look at this. Look at this scenery right here. Chat, look at this scenery. Hang on, I got one more picture right here. Again, comically large every time I insert into the scene. What the? Oh, it's just my cats fooling around outside. Don't mind that. Right here. So yes, right here. This is another picture we got. So we got a 3-set picture here. But yeah, these are the views that are like outside. Well, not outside. Right next to my relative's house. You don't see this every day, especially in urban areas where I live. Urban areas where I live, you don't see this every day. This is the view. You gotta be there to like enjoy it, like to see it, to enjoy it and everything. To see it and enjoy it and everything. So you you gotta see it for yourselves. So yeah, it's definitely one of the most beautiful views I've seen in recent days, because I'm so used to like I'm so used to like urban areas that sometimes I miss views of these. Like, look at this. This is just beautiful. You don't see this every day. It's a treat. You gotta be there to see it. It's a treat. This is right next to one of my relatives, like my close relatives. Like, technically, my uncle. Is it my uncle? Yeah, it's my uncle. It's like my dad. It's like the older brother of my dad. So yeah, this is my uncle's house. My uncle's house is right next to like views like this that just, if you see it for yourselves over there, it just takes your breath away. From like a guy that's just used to urban environments, seeing views like this just takes your breath away, I tell you. Like, this is the ultimate form of touching grass right here. So yeah, I've been touching grass for the whole week, and this is what it gets you. Beautiful views like this. And this goes to show, touching grass is not cringe. Anybody who says touching grass is cringe, they need to start touching grass. But yeah, they need to start touching grass. But yeah, touching grass is not cringe. Touching grass is in fact very, very based. So if y'all say that touching grass is cringe, maybe it's time that you guys actually, touch grass. Maybe it's time that you guys touch grass for once. But yeah, that's about it. So yeah, I got the ultimate form of touching grass right here. Look at all these views. It's just beautiful. Anyway, it's just beautiful. Anyway, so yeah, that's day 5. That's day 5. We went back to my uncle's house to like gather some stuff and souvenirs, and then we head back to the station for our return journey. And like day 3. Yeah, day 3. And just like day 3, it was jammed. Like, traffic was hella bad once again. Traffic was, of course, hella bad once again. It took us almost 2 hours to get from my uncle's house to the train station. We stopped by to grab some lunch. So we stopped by to grab some lunch over here. I'm gonna show you what I had for lunch right about here. I'm gonna show you guys what I had for lunch. Again, you're gonna have to turn your head, because I don't know why every time I put up an image of a vertically taken photo with my phone, it just flips it 90 degrees to the left. I do not like it that it rotates 90 degrees. But yeah, we had this for lunch. So if you can't tell, that's my rice. That's the vegetables I remember. That is sweet tea, temanis, and this is the chicken, fried chicken. That is really good. And that is one of my relatives. Of course, no face shown, because that's private right there. But yeah, this is my private right there. So this is chicken. This is chicken. This is tea. This is tea. This is rice with lettuce as vegetables. You gotta eat your vegetables. Those are good for you. But yeah, we had lunch. We stopped by to get some lunch, and then we continue our journey to the train station, and here we are, and then the train station. So we made it just in time. Train station. The train station here, and this is on the train. Again, you're gonna have to turn your head a little bit, because again, for some reason, my PC just refuses vertically taken photo. For some reason, my PC just refuses to properly display a vertically taken photo from my phone. So instead, it just flips it 90 degrees to the left. So yeah, so if you turn your heads down a little bit, this is me on the return train. Now, the seating of this train is really funny. I'm like really separated from my parents. Like, I'm like in the window seat. So this time I did get the window seat, but my parents are like 3 rows in front of me. They're like 3 rows in front of me on the opposite side of the aisle. So we were hella separated throughout the entire journey. But at least I get a nice view this time. Well, for a moment, because our train right here is in the afternoon. And if you remember, it takes 6 hours from the place we were at back to the city. So yeah, it takes 6 hours. So I only get the beautiful view for a moment before everything is pitch black. before everything is pitch black. So that I literally cannot see anything because there are no street lights. You literally cannot see anything once it's nighttime, which kind of sucks because the view was definitely something I was looking forward to. But we got on the train return journey, and yeah, we finally made it back after 5 days. We made it back, and then we just collapsed. We just went to bed. We collapsed on the bed, and then the next day we were still pretty tired. So in the morning we're kind of groggy. Then we made it back home, and now here we are. And now, a day later, here we are, back at our humble home, where I can talk to you guys. I can talk to you guys after it's been a while. after it's been a while. So yeah, there we go. That's the story. That is most definitely the story of, my vacation. So yeah. This is our final say right here, the final saga. We're right here, right now, where I'm talking to you guys. Now you may be thinking, how did I entertain myself for 6 hours? Well, of course, there is one solution. I re-downloaded one of my old games that I haven't played in forever. I re-downloaded Shadow Fight 2. And let me tell you, Shadow Fight 2 is a really good game. I definitely recommend. If you guys look for a mobile game that isn't like trashy or you see their ads everywhere, I recommend just playing Shadow Fight 3. It's so real. Shadow Fight 2. Sorry. Oh man, I'm getting pretty tired myself. I'm guessing I'm not fully recovered yet from my little 6-day adventure. So yeah. I guess I should probably end stream here before I accidentally pass out or something. But anyway, I was talking about Shadow Fight 2. Yeah, Shadow Fight 2. Shadow Fight 2 is an awesome game. Like, you want a game that isn't trashy or simple or, a cash grab, I recommend playing Shadow Fight 2. Shadow Fight 2 is free. You do have to contend with ads, though. That's the problem. Right now, every free mobile game right now just comes with ads because, honestly, that's like the meta way. That's like the meta for most mobile games nowadays. They just load their games with ads, which I still don't like, by the way. But yeah, once you get past the ads, the gameplay is really good. So yeah, if you're looking for a mobile game that you can love, I guarantee you will love Shadow Fight 2. Like, it's got great gameplay. The story is actually pretty good too. So yeah, story is actually pretty good. So if you want to play, might as well just play Shadow Fight. And of course, I sometimes go on Twitter to post my stuff and everything. And then, yeah, that's about it, really. That was my whole vacation. Very simple. It's very simple. It was just a lot of lying down, hanging out with the family. And that's really it. There's really nothing else. Like, we didn't go to, like, a theme park or the aquarium or, like, the zoo or something. We didn't go to anything special. We just, we mostly just end up, hanging out with the family that we don't really see that much. Because, well, they live far away now. Because, they live far away, but thankfully, we were there. Well, we were there to finally celebrate good times together. We were there celebrating good times together. And yeah, that's really about it. That's really about it. That was my whole vacation. Again, nowhere special. We didn't do anything that special. We just hang out with the family that we haven't seen in forever because they live far away. So, we decided to celebrate good times together, and we did. It was very good times. Very good times. I definitely had a lot of fun. I definitely, despite the tiredness, the tropical heat, the long journeys and traffic jams, I still ended up having a good time, and that's really what counts when you have a holiday. Sometimes you get a few bumps in the road, but ultimately it's did you have fun or not? That is the ultimate, goal to having a holiday. And I did have fun. I did miss streaming a little bit, but thankfully I'm here now. And have fun, and we just hit the hour mark. So maybe I should end it, but I don't really want to know. Like, you guys want to talk about something else? We talk about a lot of things. We talk about less is more. We talk about Markiplier. We recap my holiday. We talk about a little bit about Shadow Fight, but that's really about it. Unless you guys got something else. Also about the cats. Right. So we had to leave the cats behind. We did get a cat. Whew. Man, yeah, I'm getting tired. Should probably end it soon before I accidentally pass out on stream or something. But yeah. The cats we had to leave behind because we're not in, but we did get a cat sitter, and when we get back, the cats were definitely like missing us. Like they were getting close to us. They're like they meow, like meh meh. But yeah, that's really about it. The cats are still cute as ever. I definitely miss this little guy. When I went on holiday, I definitely missed these guys. But thankfully, we did it. So thankfully, yeah, we did it. So we did it. We had fun, and we get to return to the cats, and the cats are all safe and sound. And that's really about it. That's the recap of my entire holiday. All the highs and lows, all the places we go to, all the views we see, all the stuff we eat. That's really about it. About my holiday. That's about it. Any chat? You guys want to raise another topic that we can talk about? We still have plenty of time. Although I don't know if my energy can keep up though. So yeah, it may not long before I may start to fall asleep on stream, and then suddenly I remember I was streaming, and then look at that, it's 2 hours later. I haven't ended the stream yet. Right. I also want to talk about a lot of things. I mean, on Twitter, I've seen a lot of things. Like, if you know VShojo, their current situation, we got Silvervale and Vebe actually leaving. Now, they didn't get fired. A lot of people say they got fired, but no. Some people say they got fired, but no, they didn't get fired. They didn't get terminated. They decided to leave the company and decided to go indie again. Now they get to of course keep their character. They're not graduating because they get to keep their character. So yeah, because originally they did own the character. VShojo is like a management thing going on with VShojo. But yeah, Silvervale and Vebe, they definitely. Silvervale and Vebe, they decided to leave VShojo. I'm sorry about that. My dad just handed over my stuff. He was borrowing my stuff earlier, so he decided to hand me back my stuff. Hang on. Hey, you want to say something to chat? Hey, my kitty's here. Want to say something to chat? Oh, okay. Don't scratch up my mic now. Scratch up my mic, okay? Let's put you out. Okay, so that was my kitten. My kitten decided to pay me a little visit. She's still a bit shy around people, including me and mom too. Like, she's still a bit shy around people, so hopefully she gets. But yeah, that's really about it. So yeah, Vebe and Silvervale, they decided to leave VShojo, which I really hope that it didn't really affect them too much, and hopefully they can still continue their activities now completely independent. They could get to keep their IP, so that's good. They get to keep their IP, so they good. I mean, technically, it is their IP to begin with, not really VShojo, so thankfully. So thankfully they did not really. So hopefully they did not. So thankfully. So yeah, thankfully they did not. So hopefully, thankfully they get to keep their IP, and hopefully they what is it? Hopefully they can continue their activities, and I really wish them luck. Anyway, it's been an hour and 15 minutes now, so I think I should end it because I am feeling a little bit tired. I could use a little lie down right now. I know I sound old as heck, but really I'm still tired from the trip, since again we just got back yesterday. I don't know what I was thinking. I was thinking I could stream like yesterday, but I was in no shape to do so. So yeah, I think I should probably rest up. I shouldn't probably, overexert myself because I don't want to accidentally, like, again, fall asleep on stream. That would be very bad. That, of course, would be very bad. That, of course, would be very bad. That, of course, would be very bad. So yeah, right now, I guess that's all I could say, really. So that's really all I could say, really. So yeah, that's my vacation recap. Well, holiday recap, but that's my holiday recap and a few other things. Holiday recap and a few other things. That should be a nice little title. Anyway, so when we head to the outro, I mean, there's a new filter that I want you to do, and I got a genius idea for it. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed my little holiday recap. If you do, make sure to like, subscribe, comment. I really like those. I will try to respond to every one of them. So I do apologize if you commented and I did not, and of course commented and I did not respond to you. So yeah, that is my bad. I will try to respond to any comments I get. Anyway, you also follow my socials right there on the surfboard. There's my Twitter, there's my Twitch. I do stream on Twitch too, so be sure to keep an eye on that. And yeah, that's all I gotta say. Thank you so much everyone for watching. And as always, make sure to have a beachy day. Make sure it's filled with fun. And make sure always to have a sunny. Always have a sunny mood. That's all. I guess that's all you gotta say. So yeah, I guess that's all. I guess I will see you all next time. Bye bye.